guys, so just wrapped up dinner for tonight. I'm actually, after this video, I'm gonna go do some homework, because I have 20 minutes of reading to complete. Not a ton of homework, but just enough that I want to get to it after this video. So this may be a quicker one. I do deeply apologize for not being able to post in recent days and even recent weeks. I have not posted for you guys any of my training days from, I think, maybe last Thursday or Friday. I know I haven't gotten my GBTC cross-country invite video up. That video, I did do other things that day, but I think I might just skip everything else, because I want to stay on track. Typically, when I try to go back and redo videos, they're not as good, and I kind of forget. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a sole race recap on that alone, so an MRSR race recap on that, and then after that, I'll just start fresh from today, have today's video for you guys, and then post this one on YouTube along with that one, and I'll keep trying to post more frequently for you guys. Again, as school being back, it is much harder, and today even I started now school cross country. So now I am actually starting Stony Brook cross country, and I'm having Girdle cross country, and on top of all that, I have to deal with school. So I'm gonna be really busy. I'm hoping that I'm still gonna be able to film a lot of videos for you guys. I'm hoping that I'm still gonna be able to post a lot of videos for you guys. When this video goes up, I don't even know when it's gonna go up, but I am super far behind on videos right now. At the time I'm filming this for you guys, I think I'm probably almost 20 videos down the hole right now, so it's really hard to get back from it, especially when you fall behind a lot. I think I'm almost 2 weeks falling behind, and part of that, I didn't even film a video for half those for like quarter of those 2 weeks, so a lot of it wasn't even filmed on camera. But I'm gonna forget about that, start fresh from scratch today, and we'll just go over what happened today. So for today, I did not run in the morning with my dad. I actually rode my scooter with my dad, which was very fun. But today, we wanted to get a feel for what Stony Brook was going to be like. We wanted to get a feel for what Girdle was going to be like. So basically what we did is, I did not run in the morning, but I did run twice in the afternoon. So I ran with Stony Brook, or kind of ran, but kind of also didn't run. Ran with Stony Brook, and then I went to Girdle for the kind of like the workout of the day. So let me bring you guys through every single step. I will tell you guys about this morning run today, but it wasn't really that eventful. I mean, I didn't really have anything to tell you guys because I rode a scooter the whole time, so it wasn't really hard for me, but I can tell you guys how it kind of went. So let's start off with this morning, and then I'll move through the Stony Brook, and then overall Girdle, and then we'll end the video off to today. So the scooter this morning, it went fine. I was happy about it. My scooter does have a built-in light, which is really nice, so that I can ride with it. I'm hoping that my dad will let me run tomorrow, since Stony Brook right now, we're not running too much. Again, we're just kind of get to learn the team, learn the course, learn what it's going to get a feel for. Right, today was a pretty easy day. Tomorrow is supposed to be a pretty easy day as well. So I'm hoping that will work. At the time I'm filming this, you guys, I'm filming it at night. As you guys can see, it is black in my windows. That is because it's 8:30 at night, and I'm hoping that I can get my homework done and then go to bed, because I have to be up at 5:30 tomorrow or something. Whether I run or not, I mean, I'm gonna ride the scooter, so I have to be up at 5:30 for my dad to go run, and then make it school on time, which I have been cutting really close at points this week. But anyways, yeah, the scooter went good. Again, there wasn't really much to say. I felt good. It was good to at least get out with my dad, go run with him. He even said when we got back from the run, and before the run, he was very happy, and is very happy that I got to ride with him, because, you know, and if he gone on alone, he would have been a lot more boring than if I came out with him. So again, it wasn't the same as with running with him, but again, at least was able to get out, get on the scooter with him, and actually just like get a ride in, talk to him, get a run in, and kind of do the scenario of a run. So overall, this morning went good, and that's probably gonna wrap it up for that morning. Again, there wasn't really much more to talk about. I didn't actually run. I rode a scooter. So yeah, for those of you who maybe weren't listening, but yeah, so I rode a scooter, didn't run, and now it's on to the afternoon, where I have cross country for 2 teams, Stony Brook and Girdle. Stony Brook, my school team; Girdle, my club team, or the team that you guys have heard about for ages now. But yeah, so let's move on to Stony Brook. So today for Stony Brook, we started off like every other practice. I'm not going to list off every single run for you guys, because it would take forever to do that. I'm just going to tell you guys basically what we did and how we did it. We didn't really do too much running today, but we kind of, got to know the course and how the program worked. But basically for today, we started off with a warm-up lap, and then we did some static stretching and dynamic stretching. I was thinking we might do strides, but we didn't end up doing any strides. All those stretching and the warm-up lap felt good. I had not run that morning, so I kind of felt, out of tune a little bit. Typically, I try to start off my day with a run, so it actually tuned my body up for like the hype of the day. But since with no run that morning, I had to, this was my legs running on tired because they hadn't run yet today. So they weren't fresh, they weren't loose, they weren't any of that, because I hadn't run. This was my first time running. So the warm-up lap, it was just kind of a time to loosen up the legs, get them ready. Static stretching and dynamic stretching went good. A lot of them I haven't done in a while. I have done them before, but I don't really do them that often. So it was more confusing for me because I'm so used to routines. Girdle, I do like the same 10 stretches, dynamic, and then we do one stretch, and then we do strides. With Stony Brook, you do a lot more of the static stretching. You do like 20 of them, and then after that, you do a lot, not more, but different dynamic stretching, for me at least. Maybe other teams did it differently, but for me at least, with Girdle, we did definitely other stretches. There were some that actually were, like the right ones. Butt kicks, they were there. Heinies were there. Zombie kicks, I was actually really surprised about, were there. But those are about the only ones that were actually there for the warm-up. And yeah, the warm-up felt good overall. I felt fine with the warm-up, and that was kind of to get the day started. So after that, we had a chat, and then we went into the woods to walk the course. I wanted to run the course, but we had to walk it because, everyone needs to learn the course. But overall, I took advantage, and I told myself, use this time to walk the course and tell yourself, like, okay, this is where all the landmarks are, this is where everything's gonna happen. And again, I will film videos after these meets for you guys, maybe even incorporating some of my teammates on my Stony Brook team, how their meet went, but I will recap these meets for you guys, and that is when I will tell you, I went so-and-so here, so-and-so there, that this is how I felt here and there, here. But yeah, basically, I took a notice of how the course was. The first half of the course is incredibly flat. You're literally running flat the whole way. There's a few roots, few rocks, few branches, few twigs, few logs, but overall, it's completely flat. It's the second half of the course that gets a lot more confusing, because the first half, you're basically just running straight for the entire thing once you get into the woods. The second half, you get to take a lot more turns, and some parts of the course are rocky, rooty, and hilly. Basically, the whole second half is pretty much hills. I would say 75% of the second half is completely hills. So again, I had to just prepare myself for those hills. I wanted to analyze the course as much as I possibly could. I wanted to analyze the course so that way, when I went to run it tomorrow or even in the meet, I knew where to turn, what was coming up, where I should surge and where I should stay back, how I should run the race. That way, when I got into a competition or a meet, which I have actually next Tuesday, I won't actually be surprised at the result. I won't actually be surprised at what's coming, because I already know what's coming, because I've studied the course, I've memorized the course, and they also have a course map. But I wanted to just get a feel for the course, look at every single little inch and crevice of this course, kind of just analyze it, make mental notes, and that way I can go back, and with the analyzation I have in my mind, I can then go back and say to myself, okay, this is how you're going to run the race, this is how it's going to feel to run the race, and you can use, that way I can use tactics, strategies, all that kind of stuff. Again, first half super flat, second half not so much, more hilly. But after we got back from that course after we got back from that course walk, we did have a little chat, and then we did one cool down lap basically, and then after that, basically we were gonna do some dynamic stretching, but apparently, I guess that didn't happen. I did get to see someone from one of the girls actually from a separate team, New England Elite, that I see at a lot of USATF meets. Her name is Emily. She runs actually with Western Academy, and they were having a meet at Stony Brook today, so it was exciting to see her. But after the cool down lap, we pretty much kind of left, and after that I dropped off my friend and teammate Shay at his house, and we headed back home really quick, picked up my sister, and then headed right over to Girdle. So once we got to Girdle, again, stood around for a little bit, talked a little bit, and then once we finally got started, we did a 2-lap Indian run. I think it was a 2-lap Indian run, basically. Either 1 or 2 laps. I think it was 2 laps. I can't believe I already forget this. This happened it's 8:40. This happened like 3 hours ago, and I can't even remember what happened. But yeah, so basically, That's probably because I'm tired, but you know, I think it was either 1 or 2 warm-up laps, Indian run style. Indian run is where the back person sprints up to the front, and then when you end up in the back, you end up sprinting up to the front, and it's kind of like, it's basically almost like a sprint, like, it's kind of like a chain that just keeps constantly going. If you're in the back, you sprint up front, and then when you get to the back again, you sprint up front. You always end up in the back, and when you're in the back, you sprint up front. After that, I got to lead the stretches and the stretches and all the drills. It was super fun. I love leading all the stretches and the drills. It is a really fun time. A little bit of talking to be done. Typically, Joe will get mad at us if we talk too much. Nothing against Joe, I get it. But he'll get mad at us sometimes when we talk too much. But it is a fun time. I got to lead the drills and the stretches today, so that was fun. After that, we did the strides, so Joe had us do strides. He had us do 6 cross-country strides. I was a little bit tired today, so that probably played into the factor of me again, I didn't do bad in the cross-country strides, but I just didn't feel like I was light floating like me typically. I'm not fresh either of those. I'm not running on fresh legs. I had a race 3 days ago, so again, still trying to recover from that a little bit. Not quite running on fresh legs, but either way, got through the whole warm-up, no problems, and then we moved on to the workout after a water break. So basically, for the workout, the first thing Joe had us do was 2 laps at a comfortable pace, about, I would say, 50 to 60%, maybe 65 if you're really pushing it. But he said, I don't even want you going 75, I want you going like 50 to 60. So I went probably about 50% on like the first half of the first lap, and then I sped up to like 55 on the second half of the first lap, and then I basically went 60 and 65 on the next half of that second lap. And then when I finished, basically he told me to wait, and then he told us to go get a water break. We had a 5-minute break, and then we did the obstacle course. So I also got the honor of doing the first run of the obstacle course to show everyone how it was done. So as I don't know if I've told you guys this. Actually, you guys don't know this because I haven't. This is the first year I've actually documented this for you guys. So I'm glad I'm teaching this to you guys. So basically, we have something called the obstacle course at we have something called the obstacle course at Shed Park, where we practice for cross country, where the Greater Lowell youth team practices for cross country. And basically what it is it's a bunch of trees, and you pretty much zigzag throughout the trees. So you go around the first tree, which is up here, and then you go like sharp right, and then you take a sharp left, and then you take another sharp right, and then you weave in and out of like 3 or 4 trees. You go down a hill and around this yellow pole. And once you get to the straightaway dirt part of the track, you sprint all the way to the end where you start again. So I got to show everyone after me went one at a time on the obstacle course, and then after everyone went one at a time, oh, and by the way, the obstacle course felt good. It felt a little bit slow at first. Maybe that was just me warming up to it. Again, I'm not great at shifting. I'm not great at agility. It's something I need to work on. So I'm hoping that I can work on that, but also that the obstacle course also gets you much better at your balance, and it gets you better. Sorry, I thought I was spooked right there by the fact that the box fell right next to me. But yeah, so basically, the obstacle course will help you with your agility, like your balance, and it will also help you with your shiftiness, because I am terrible at shifting. Not terrible, but I'm not the greatest at it, so I think the obstacle course will definitely help me with that. But once again, didn't feel quite like me, but again, whatever. I will have those days sometimes, and the next day, I'm hoping tomorrow will be better, so I'll cross my fingers. But yeah, so basically, after that, everyone went, and after everyone went, Joe then said, I'm going to take a picture, so he took a picture of us, and then after the picture, we did go again. So basically, after that, we did the obstacle course one more time, but Joe said, this time you're going to do the obstacle course, and then you're going to run 2 laps at a comfortable pace. So basically what we did the first part of practice for the last thing of practice. So we all did the obstacle course, we all went, and then once it came down to the 2 comfortable laps, me and Anthony had a little bit of a duel throughout probably the first 3/4 of the first lap. Our little duel was like I passed him, and then he chased me down, and I couldn't really hear him after after that, but I kept going because I knew that obviously that first lap was going to be, or I think it was only, yeah, it was only one lap, I think. So it was one lap and the cooldown lap. So that basically that whole first lap I was running away from him. Slowed down at the end just because I well, not slowed down, but kind of eased up a little bit. I couldn't really hear him anymore. Didn't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea, but it's practice. So again, it's not a race. In a race, I would never ease up. I would always go through. But Joe did say to run at 50%, so I would probably want to run somewhat at a comfortable pace for the last final stretch. But yeah, after that, I basically did a cool down lap, and I felt good throughout this whole stuff. I did feel pretty quick on that last lap, but after that, the cool down lap felt good. And then after that, we talked to Joe a little bit. He gave us a few compliments on how our day, how our practice went overall. We talked to Joe a little bit. I talked to him a little bit about middle school cross country. He gave me a few tips. Then we talked to him a little bit, stayed for a little bit longer, and then after a little while, we ended up leaving, heading home, and then I ate dinner, and I'm about to do my homework now after I film this video for you guys. So that's probably going to wrap it up for today's video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. One more thing, guys, if you guys want to go check out all my Strava runs from today, I am probably not going to link all of them, but I will do like one. How do I put this? I will link my Strava account, and basically I can, or maybe I'll put them all in, maybe I won't, but if I don't put them all in, I will link my Strava account there for you guys, so that you guys can go in and you can check whatever ones are labeled 9/14/22. I repeat, 9/14/22 on them. Well, that's the date that should be on the run. Those runs are from today. So if you scroll and search up 9/14/22, it'll probably bring up all the runs. I think there were like 6 or 7 of them, maybe. Yeah, I think there were like 5 to 7 runs that I did today. They were all divided. They weren't long runs. They were all divided up into like half-mile increments. So that's why I have 7 of them. I stop my watch after basically like every rep. If I'm not going right again and right away, like a minute or two, a few minutes later. But yeah, so go check out my Strava runs down in the description below. I will also link my dad's Strava runs down in the description below, and if my mom had a run today, I will also link her run down in the description below. Other than that, you guys can also check out if you guys have any if you guys want to check out the other episodes of the MRSR UNCUT series. I will link down there all episodes, and I will link the most recent episode. I don't even know what episode we're on at this point. If you guys know, that'd be great if you could tell me. I've lost track because I'm so far behind with videos that I should probably get that fixed. But I will get that fixed eventually, and I promise you guys that, because I'm not letting all this great video content go to waste. And at worst, I will just not do any editing, and I'll just upload the video immediately to YouTube. But other than that, yeah, that's probably really all I have to say for that. Go check out all those over on my YouTube channel. Go to the playlist section, MRSR UNCUT series. You can find all of them there. Most recent episodes, all episodes, whatever you want to find, they're all in that playlist for the MRSR UNCUT series. Any video that's labeled MRSR UNCUT series, in that playlist, and it will always have the number on it, what day it was, the date, all that kind of stuff on it. So go check out that playlist on my YouTube channel, Mike Garbage Shooter Runs, MRSR UNCUT series. You'll find all the videos in that series there. If you guys want to go follow me on Instagram, I would really appreciate that. That's where I post a lot of my updates. That's where I post a lot of the things I am doing in my other life that I'm not posting on YouTube for you guys. So Instagram is a great place to follow me if you guys are looking for updates, if you guys are looking for like track photos and things that you can look at, videos, if you guys are looking for just different things that I'm doing in my life that aren't on YouTube. I really do suggest go follow me on Instagram. I post everything. I post all other information that I don't post on YouTube there, so go follow me there for more information. And then if you guys want to email me a comment, I do have an email down in the description below, mrsrchannelcomments@11@gmail.com. If you guys want to go email me a comment, I do have a tutorial on how I like my comments emailed, and then you can go email me at that email. If you guys want to email me a comment, anything, comment, question, anything that you guys want to tell me, use that link below, use that email below, and you can comment or email it to me, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, so that's probably going to do it up for the run. That's probably I'm getting calls. That's probably going to do it up for this basically video today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have fun, always run, never give up on your dreams. Know that hard work always pays off eventually, even if not right away. Always come in with an open mind and always think positive, and always hope for the best. And peace out, guys. See you tomorrow.